Tired of doom scrolling? Time for a dose of awesome. 5 Good News Stories is your happy place, where underdogs become champions, crossing guards become legends, and impossible dreams come true. We're serving up 5 fresh reasons to believe in humanity. From world records to cute animal stories, to that guy who turned his pizza shop into a homeless shelter. These are the stories that'll make you go, wait, what? That's amazing! Ready for your good news fix? Follow 5 Good News Stories wherever you get your podcasts, because let's face it, we could all use more awesome in our lives. The number 5 Good News Stories.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine. And maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them. From disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello, I'm Johnny Mac with your daily comedy news. Jon Stewart has officially invited Elon Musk on The Daily Show. Last week, Elon posted on X that he would talk to Jon Stewart on air if his interview would premiere unedited. Now, interesting that he chose premiere, right? Because we could premiere it at 3 a.m. and then make some edits. But that's not what they're going to do. Jon Stewart began his monologue by reminding his audience that he made a bit of a critique of Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency. Jon said, after thinking about Elon's offer, I thought, hey, that's actually how the in-studio interviews normally air, unedited. So sure, we'd be delighted. As a matter of fact, let me sweeten or unsweeten the pot. The interview could be 15 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. I'll be honest, I don't think this network makes any other programming, so we can do whatever the F we want. That's really funny. Like, really, really funny. I've paused and jumped back in here. Oh, it's so true, Jon Stewart. Stewart then addressed Elon's follow-up tweets. In one post, he called the Daily Show host a propagandist. In another, he claimed Jon Stewart used to be more bipartisan. Stewart said, you give me too little credit. Again, the guy who custom-made his own dark MAGA hat that he wears to opine in the Oval Office with the president, who he spent $270 million to elect, thinks I'm just too partisan. I'm not really sure what he thinks bipartisan means. Elon, if you want to do the show, great. I support in general the idea of efficiency, delivering better services to the American people in cheaper and more efficient ways. And if you want to come in and talk about it on the show, great. If you don't want to, sure. But can we just drop the pretense that you won't do it because I don't measure up to the standards of neutral discourse that you demand and display at all times? Oh, I had such a good reaction to the first time I read it. I don't want to make the edit here. A longer version of the Stewart quote. So we can do whatever the F we want, as long as we wrap before the new season of South Park, which comes out in like May or June of 2026. So I'm game. I think it'll be a very interesting conversation. Rob Mills is the Executive Vice President of Unscripted and Alternative Entertainment at Disney. He told Variety that Conan is welcome back to host the Oscars. Conan absolutely nailed it. It was this sense memory of 30 years of not only him in late night, but when he would host the Emmys and all the stuff he's done. This was almost like Conan's greatest hits. He had a little bit of everything, an incredibly funny monologue that had the hallmarks of what Conan does, silliness, self-deprecation, jokes that are funny, and then 20 minutes later you realize that they're really funny. Will Conan come back? That's really up to Conan, but I know we'd love to have him back. I don't know if this counts as an official offer, but I really hope he wants to come back. It was a joy and a privilege and probably the only sort of methadone I could have for not being able to do the show with Jimmy Kimmel. I come away, I feel like the Oscars is Jimmy Kimmel's show to host. Like when Jimmy doesn't host it, I feel like someone else is just filling in and they're just going to go back to another 8 years of Jimmy Kimmel. That's high praise for Jimmy. I think he does a fine job. I thought Conan was fantastic. If you told me Conan was hosting next year, great. But I kind of, in the back of my mind, feel like Jimmy Kimmel should be hosting the Oscars. Great job, Jimmy. You've made a connection in my brain between you and the Oscars. You've done a fine job. Rob Mills, Disney's executive vice president of unscripted and alternative entertainment, discussed how Hulu cut off the Oscars during Best Actress and didn't show Best Picture. He went all suit and said, "That's not my area of expertise, and obviously you feel bad for the people who were trying to watch the show. It's unfortunate." It's unfortunate? It's unforgivable, dude. Well, Chris Rock says we should forgive people. I forgive you, Mr. Mills, but come on, get your act together. I think the best thing to do is look at it as a way to figure out and make sure it doesn't happen again. In the show notes is a link to my Substack. It's mcdpod.substack.com. I wrote about this on Monday. At the place I used to work, stuff like this would happen, and then we would have the big meeting to make sure it doesn't happen again. Like, say Carrie Underwood's trying to perform at the inauguration and her microphone doesn't work. You have to make sure this doesn't happen again, and you have a big meeting. So I'm glad the Hulu people are having a big meeting to make sure it doesn't happen again. I'll give you a solution. Anytime you have a shiny live event, hire a board op for $20 an hour to sit there and actually monitor feed. It's $20. It's not a lot of money. Disney, you've got the coin. You could do this. Rob Mills, the executive vice president of unscripted and alternative entertainment, said, "It's not the first time this has happened in streaming and probably won't be the last. We're at least moving into this world where we're meeting viewers where they are, except for the ending of the Oscars. Like, when I watch the Oscars, I usually watch like 93% of it, and then I'm like, Best Actress, Best Picture, I don't care. I was just here to see who won Best Short Film. Come on, dude." Rob Mills, executive vice president of unscripted and alternative entertainment, told Variety, "At the Walt Disney Company as a whole, our superpower is we have a broadcaster, we have a premium streamer, well, except for the ending of the Academy Awards. So anywhere you want to watch the show, not necessarily the ending, but the rest of the show, we want to make sure you can watch this. And for the most part, that works great." Dude, there's the bleeping money quote. Yeah, and for the most part, it works great, except for the ending. He added, "It works spectacularly well with Dancing with the Stars." Oh, too funny. All right, how did it do in the ratings? Sunday's telecast averaged 18.07 million viewers on ABC and Hulu. That's down from the previous year. Now, maybe they could have had more people had they shown the ending on Hulu. Who knows? I'm not an expert in this. That total audience number was down by about 7% compared to last year's show. Can someone do the math? If we missed the last 13 minutes of a 3.5-hour telecast, is that around 7%? Is it? It might actually be. Somebody do the math. Why don't I do the math? ChatGPT, help me out. All right, I'm asking ChatGPT, what percentage is 13 minutes out of a 3.5-hour telecast? Chat is telling us to calculate what percentage 13 minutes is out of a 3.5-hour telecast. 1. Convert 3.5 hours to minutes. 3.5 times 60 equals 210 minutes. Thank you. Step 2, everybody. Got your pen out. Divide 13 minutes by 210 minutes. 13 divided by 210 equals 0.0619. Convert to percentage by multiplying by 100 equals 6.19%. So 13 minutes is approximately 6.19% of a 3.5-hour telecast, and the numbers were down around 7%. Coincidence? I don't know. Why don't you show Best Picture next year? Last year's show was a 4-year high of 19.49 million viewers on ABC with no live stream. I watched it. You know what won Best Picture? Oppenheimer. You know how I know that? They showed it. Let's look at the money demo, which I've aged out of. No one cares about me, old man renting in your basement. We don't care. In adults 18 to 49, 5.25 million people watched that, up from 3.82 a year ago. That's interesting. 18 to 34s, 2.27 million viewers. That was the highest for the show since 2020. Jimmy Kimmel says Conan did such a good job. Next year, they're giving it to Jay Leno. About halfway through the Oscars, Conan did a Kendrick Lamar Drake joke. Writer Skylar Higley tweeted, "Wrote the Kendrick Lamar joke and bet our executive producer $50 that it would kill. Just made $50. A few hours after the Oscars, Higley posted, "Good morning to Drake fans and also to people who like good music." People commented back at him, "Why don't you try and call out the white pedophiles?" Higley wrote, "Well, I also wrote the Conclave joke about the Catholic Church. Try again." That joke, Conan obviously told it better than I will. The movie Conclave is up for Best Picture tonight. If you haven't seen Conclave, its logline is a movie about the Catholic Church, but don't worry. You know who's quoted in this article is Rob Mills. Remember Rob Mills? He's the executive vice president of unscripted and alternative entertainment for Disney. He said he approved of the joke and explained, "When he did it in rehearsal, I was with Jeff Ross, his producer, and we were like, that joke's going to kill. And it was great. It was sort of unexpected from Conan, but that's what made it kind of fun. Thanks, Rob Mills. How about you show the Best Picture next year?" Conan tweeted, "Thank you to the Academy, the incredible production cast and crew, and my amazing team for a night I'll never forget. Now I'm off to fulfill my lifelong dream to run a bed and breakfast in Orlando, hashtag Oscars2025. Variety tells us a few minutes before taking his spot behind the microphone as the announcer, Nick Offerman went on stage and greeted the audience and told them they were getting a brief and wondrous opportunity to feast your glamorous eyes upon my sturdy form. Veer tweeted, while watching a major entertainment award show, I'm pretty sure a few fellow Indian comedians play a game in our head. We wonder why Indian award shows don't use modern stand-up comedians at major awards. Then we think of some of the jokes we would do, the other crap storm that would follow, and we think it's probably for the best. Also, we remember the opening monologue is at the top of the show, which logically requires showing up on time and staying for the whole show, which again reaffirms probably for the best. Also, just rhythm-wise, it's hard to do an edgy joke after saying, and then he posted a phrase that I don't know how to pronounce, and I'm not sure what language it's in, and I'm not being jerky here. I threw the phrase into Google Translate, and Google didn't recognize it, so I went to ChatGPT to have the AI explain the joke, and Chat says the phrase is primarily in English, but includes words from Hindi and brand names that are popular in India. It's a mix of Hinglish, a blend of Hindi and English, which is commonly used in Indian advertising, pop culture, and social media. Some words like parivar and zandu are directly from Hindi. The overall phrase seems like a playful or meme-like jumble of recognizable Indian brand names and terms. Here's what Veer was joking about, and I didn't get the joke. ChatGPT says, Manikchand is a well-known brand in India, primarily associated with gutka, which is a chewing tobacco, as you know. Pan Pasand is a popular flavored candy known for its batil-like taste. Fun Flips, a snack brand, often associated with flavored corn puffs. Zorro, possibly referring to the fictional masked vigilante, or a brand name. Plus, could be a generic addition in reference to a product variant. Zandu Bandu might be referencing Zandu Balm, a famous pain relief ointment in India. MDH is a famous Indian spice brand. MCD might be referencing me. Chat thinks likely referring to the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. Motorola is a well-known electronics brand, and Parivar is Hindi for family, possibly referencing a political or advertising slogan. So let me go back to the phrase that now that I've been educated. So Veer tweeted, it's hard to do an edgy joke after saying Manikchand, Pan, Pasand, Fun Flip Zorro, plus Zandu Bandu, MDH, MCD, Motorola, Parivar. He probably tells it funnier. Do you want to win up to 1,000 times your money? You can with Underdog. Underdog is one of the leading sports apps, and you can play now in your state. They're looking for me to push the basketball here, but I can tell you, you can pick different leagues. You want to do hockey? Everybody's been into hockey lately. How about that guy, Connor McDavid? Yeah, if you want to root against him. For example, if I said to you, Connor McDavid, higher or lower, 1.5 points, I would pick lower so I could root against him. You can play with as little as $1, and if you get everything right, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. So turn $1 into $1,000 with just your hoops knowledge, or say in this case, your hockey knowledge. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Their app has over 100,000 5-star reviews and millions of players. So join me and let's root against Connor McDavid, you know? Download the Underdog app and sign up now using the promo code DCN to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Join in on the fun when you sign up with promo code DCN. Claim your special offer today and get up to $1,000 bonus cash instantly upon first deposit. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Underdog app, promo code DCN.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip, when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hey, very busy Wednesday today. I got to tell you, because it starts today. Gilda's Laugh Fest, presented by the Gun Lake Casino and Resort, is bringing big-name comics and local stars together. Wendy Wigger is the president and CEO of Gilda's Club Grand Rapids, and Wendy Wigger said, "We're excited for our 15th year of bringing seriously funny events." The show's funny today. You know why it's funny. You know why I'm laughing right now. I'm silly today. You know why I'm laughing right now. Wendy Wigger said we are excited for our 50th year of bringing seriously funny events to West Michigan, while at the same time raising awareness and funds for the free support programs at Gilda's Club Grand Rapids. This year's Laugh Fest featuring nationally acclaimed comedic artists who are guaranteed to make audience of all ages smile and laugh. Laugh Fest 2025 will include over 40 free and ticketed shows. Some good people at this one. Adam Ray, remember he's doing that Dr. Phil thing. Gabby Bryan, who we're told brought her fringe hit Billy in the Situation to Union Hall and garnered praise in the New York Times after a successful Edinburgh Fringe Festival run. She'll be there. Dan Soder, you know Dan from Billions on Showtime. Sure, he's going to be there. Corey B. has been working in radio for over 10 years, shifting his focus to long-form content during the pandemic. Corey B. is going to be there. The Clean Comedy Showcase offers dinner and brunch options featuring adult content without profanity or vulgarity. Let's hit Gossip Corner. Jim Gaffigan stopped by the Kroger Wine and Spirits on Dolphin Drive in Elizabethtown. He was there Monday afternoon. It was a surprise. He signed a bottle of his Kentucky Bourbon Whiskey Father Time for Jeff. Jim Gaffigan asked Jeff, now if I sign this bottle, you're going to buy it? Jeff said he would, and he'd never open it. Jim Gaffigan said it was the first bottle that he ever autographed. And luckily, this made it to the press, and we're reminded that Father Time can be found in a majority of the Kroger Wine and Spirit stores in central Kentucky. I don't know why I have the giggles today. The show is a lot of fun today. I'm going to get out there. That's your comedy news for today. See you tomorrow.
It is the world's most secretive election. When a pope dies, ancient traditions begin. A silver hammer, a destroyed ring, over 100 cardinals locked away from the world, choosing the next leader of 1 billion faithful. White Smoke. The path to a new pope, from Calaroga Shark Media, wherever you get your podcasts.
If you're fascinated by UFOs, aliens, ghosts, demons, cryptid creatures like Bigfoot, Chupacabra, and Mothman, then I have the show for you, The Paranormal 60 with Dave Schrader. Each week, we investigate different claims of the supernatural and try to shed light into the darkness, bringing you the top guests and experts from around the world. Enter the fray. Then join me, Dave Schrader, your host, as we investigate all aspects and claims of the supernatural and paranormal. Listen on all of your favorite podcast platforms: Good Pods, TuneIn, Pocket Casts, Deezer, Player FM, Amazon Music, Audible, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Google Podcasts, CastBox, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. The answers to life's biggest questions and miracles and mysteries awaits you. So join me each week, 2 brand new episodes of the best in paranormal podcasting, The Paranormal 60 with Dave Schrader.